Hello and welcome to the final Premier League predictions of the 2024-2025 season. With the title and relegation wrapped up, we turn our attentions to the top. Let's see the battle for the Champions League places. And there's been some movement as well. Find all that out and a lot more next. Boys, if you want a discount on your energy, go and get my discount in the description. Use Dan10 at checkout. Peace. Yes, we have starting off. All games are being played on Sunday at 4 p.m. Starting off at the Vitality Stadium for AFC Bournemouth. There is relegated Leicester. Leicester's last game in the Premier League is away to AFC Bournemouth. Now, Bournemouth, as we know, can still get European football if Chelsea win the Conference League and come, I think, 7th, or Newcastle come as well. At the moment, we have in Europe we have Newcastle, Palace are confirmed, and Tottenham Hotspur. We'll get on to Spurs later in the video, but Bournemouth can still get it. I'm going to go for AFC Bournemouth to win it 2 goals to 0. No Vardy for Leicester, so their goals will dry up. And no guess gets last game season. Now we move. Fulham. This is Manchester City now. As we know, Man City are in a strong position for top 4. This is going to be Kevin De Bruyne's last game for Man City ever. He announced earlier this season, announced earlier last week, that he'll be leaving City after 10 magical years at the club, and that but they can still get it. They'll have no Mateo Kovacic, but obviously Rodri is back at the right time. Man City to win it 3-2 City, because Fulham are a good team. Now move to a game that hasn't got much bearing on anything. Ipswich v West Ham. Now, Ipswich, we know down. West Ham have not much to play for in the Premier League at all, and I'm going to say in this game it'll be a boring one of 0-0. We now move to the Premier League champions. This is the FA Cup winners in Liverpool versus Crystal Palace. Now, Crystal Palace are guaranteed Europa League football for the 2025-2026 season, and Liverpool are guaranteed the Premier League trophy and the top and Champions League football again. Now, can Liverpool? They've lost. Liverpool don't care. Palace need this. Palace already in Europe, so this game has no bearing on anything to do with Europe. Already in Europe, and so Liverpool. But Liverpool want to win it in Button at home, get the title and the trophy of 3 goals to 1. We now move to Manchester United versus Aston Villa. Now, last night and Wednesday night, we lost the Europa League to Tottenham Hotspur, which means that Tottenham Hotspur are in Champions League. We have no European football at all this year, but we play against Aston Villa, who are in the fight for top 4, in a big fight for top 4. They're currently sitting, I think, in 5th place as well. I think right now Villa will win it. We'll have no thing about it. Villa to win it by 2-0. And we now go to Newcastle. This is Everton now. Newcastle again guaranteed European football in the Europa League because of their Carabao Cup win against Liverpool earlier on this season. And Everton, as we know, are basically playing for nothing. Won their last game ever at Goodison Park on the weekend. And I'm going to say Newcastle to win it 3-1. We now move to a massive game in Nottingham Forest versus Chelsea. Now, this game could determine who gets Champions League football. But Chelsea are guaranteed European football at least because they've got Conference League, so they probably should win. But Forest, as we know, are in a bit of a slump at the moment. They were cruising up in third, then they just lost a load of games and drew it. But they got back to win against West Ham. And I consider this game being a 1-1 draw. Both teams wanting to fight it out for European football. We now move to Southampton. This is Arsenal. Arsenal guaranteed second place and Champions League football. Southampton, bottom of the Premier League and going to the Championship, as we know. I mean, again, big game. Arsenal to win it by 3-0. We now move to Europa League winners Tottenham Hotspur versus Brighton and Hove Albion. Now, Brighton and Hove Albion still have a remote chance of making maybe the Conference League if Chelsea win the Conference League, if Chelsea win the conference and finish seventh. Spurs will guarantee Champions League football. Brighton will win this game 2-1 to Brighton and Hove Albion. Now move right. And in this game, I'm going to say this is the last game of the Premier League season, which is Wolverhampton Wanderers versus Brentford. Now, as we know, Brentford have still got a chance of European football, but Wolves have not much to play for. But in this instance, I'm going to go a 2-0 win to the Bees, and that will bring Premier League curtain down on another miracle year for the Premier League. Liverpool crowned champions for the 20th time. Liverpool worse in a record for Manchester United than Spurs, but Spurs got to Champions League football, so it doesn't matter. 3 teams down again. All 3 independent teams down. We now await the news of Sunderland and Sheffield United to see who will be joining us. We'll be joining Leeds and Burnley in 2025. But for now, I will leave you with the curtain has closed on Premier League for now. I'll see you in 2025. But for a couple of days from now, I'll see you for a Premier League table and season review. But until then, boys, happy end this season. The Premier League curtain has officially now closed. Goodbye, and see you all next season. Goodbye. Curtain has closed.